Hello everyone, long time no see. Matt X here, welcome back to the Pokehistorian, the show where we take a look at some of your favorite Pokemon cards you know, and hopefully some that you do not know. Today, we go all the way back to 99 again. It's been a while, but it's time to get in our time machine and go. So with that, let's flip her around, shall we? We have the legendary Dragonite card from Fossil. So let's talk about Fossil for a minute. Fossil was the third set of Pokemon cards ever created. Came out on October 9th, 1999. Had only 62 cards in it. So, pretty wild to think about, right? 62 cards compared to today's Pokemon card sets where you have like 200 plus cards and you get all these special illustration rares, gold cards, full arts, all this crazy stuff. Like, nah, back then we just had simple sets that had 62 cards in it. And guess what? When you opened a pack, you either got a holographic like this Dragonite, or you didn't get anything at all, and that's just kind of how it was. Usually get a holographic card in like 1 out of every 3 packs. So, interesting how times have changed there. Also with the release of Fossil, it meant that we now had a Pokemon card for each of the original 150 Pokemon. So if you got cards from base set, from Jungle, and Fossil, if you put them all together, you would now have a card for every single Pokemon. And of course, Pokemon 151 Mew came out as a promo card shortly thereafter. So that's how that Pokemon was accounted for. The cards that were sought after in this set, of course, was this Dragonite. There was also a Gengar card that was holographic that was very, very popular. And then we had the 3 legendary birds. You had Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres. And all of these Pokemon except Zapdos made their first appearance here, so that was very exciting at the time. Interestingly enough, we also had a new mechanic, and that was based on fossil Pokemon. Get it? So we had Omanite, Omastar, Kabuto, Kabutops, Aerodactyl. And how this mechanic would work is there was a new card called Mysterious Fossil that you would play, and then you would use that to evolve into one of the fossil Pokemon. It was the exciting new gimmick at the time. But with that, let's go ahead and take a closer look at Dragonite itself here, shall we? Top left corner, we have a picture of Dragonair. Evolves from Dragonair. 100 HP. Then we got this gorgeous, gorgeous illustration of Dragonite here. One of my absolute favorite Pokemon cards of all time. I just love the colors going on here. It looks like a sunset or something. If you look in the back, you can see just barely some light vegetation growing and the sunlight shimmering down. A little easier to see the vegetation, I guess, like in the non-holographic version of this card, but I mean, who wants to really just see some weeds in the back, right? It's really not a big deal. And I love this picture of Dragonite here. It looks very gentle and friendly. Beautiful illustration by Hamino, who of course has been in the game all the way dating back to, I think, at least Jungle, and still does cards today. And it's just funny because, Dragonite's such a powerful Pokemon, but it's so gentle and kind. So kind of an important lesson you can take away from this card is that just because a Pokemon or a person really is gentle and kind doesn't mean they can't beat the crap out of you. So always keep that in mind. And then you might be wondering, well, why was Dragonite the chase card from this particular set? Well, the answer for this is that because Dragonite was so powerful in the game, it was very sought after, and it was also very hard to get. Like, you had to go to the Safari Zone, you have to catch yourself a Dratini, which was kind of hard to find. Then you had to level it up all the way to level 55 to be able to get this Pokemon. That was very hard to do in Pokemon Red and Blue because we didn't have experience share or anything like that at the time. Also funny down here, if you look here, it says this Pokemon is level 45, but we know that Dragonite evolves at 55, so, not sure what to make about that. Must be one of Lance's Dragonites because that guy's a cheater. Anyways, if you look at the right-hand corner here of the Pokemon frame, you have a skeleton hand. Of course, that was the symbol for Fossil. You have the Pokemon Power Step In, and you got Slam, of course, which is one of the moves that the Dragonite line learns in the Pokemon games. So, absolutely iconic card from the Pokemon TCG. Fossil was definitely, I'd say like when Fossil came out, like Pokemon was still firing on all cylinders. Like those first 3 sets, Base, Jungle, and Fossil, like everyone was just in Pokemon mania. And then, like, believe it or not, like even when Rocket came out, things started to kind of dip a little bit and they just kind of gradually declined from there. But when this card came out and when Fossil came out, like everything was still on full swing. I still remember going to Toys R Us, like when Fossil came out, like on release day. Me, my brother, and my dad went. And I remember we got there and they didn't have any booster packs left. All they had was the theme decks. But thankfully, my dad was kind enough to get me and my brother both theme decks. And I got the theme deck with the Muck, and was really excited to get it. You know, it came with a holographic card, and as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, holographic cards were kind of hard to come by back then. Obviously, I look back at that Muck card now, and it's really not that great. I hate to say it, but you know, a holographic was a holographic back then, and now thankfully, you know, I've got a little bit more money so I can buy some of the chase cards like this that I've always wanted, and I think I'll be holding on to this one for a long time. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, leave me a like. If you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.